You guys have been asking for it, and it's time. It's time to do a breakdown of a fast packing kit with our Skyline 30 fast pack. So we just got back from that fast packing trip this morning. This is gonna be a raw take. It's gonna be dirty, a little bit grimy, but I'm gonna show you exactly what I take when I head out on the trail to do some fast packing. All right, before I start unpacking this bag, I want you to know that I'm going to weigh this pack and I'm gonna show you exactly how much all of this gear weighs at the end of this video. So with that, let's dive right in. I wanna start with the exterior pocketing and what I'm putting on the outside of this pack. I like to do that because this is the stuff I want close at hand when I'm on the trail. So starting off right here, I have a Tusher rain jacket and a skirt, a rain skirt. I've also got, this is the remains of my food baggie that I had. And that was kind of for bigger food items that I didn't want to put on the front. So I'll show you some of the stuff that was in the front of this pack. I've got my Garmin InReach Mini, which I like to clip onto that and leave in the top of this mesh pocket. It seems to communicate well right there and isn't bouncing as I'm going down the trail either. I've got my water filter. I took these off my trekking poles, but those are just some trekking pole tip covers if you're going through snow or mud. These are my rain mitts, so they're typically with my rain gear. And then I've got toilet paper, spoon, and sunscreen, and a little bit of food that I lost in the bottom of my pack that I'm a little sad about because I would have loved to have eaten that yesterday. Not one, but two. Oh well, I'll eat them after the closing of this video. So on the top of the pack, I have the 1/8 inch foam pad, but maybe let me just show you really quick what I'm running on the front. So on the front of this pack, I have the two flasks that come with the Skyline Fast Pack, and then typically on one of the sides here, I like to shove things like drink mixes, or that's a goo right there, just some quick energy. And then on this side over here, I typically will just zip this down like an inch, and that's like my trash pocket. So you're gonna look in there, you're just gonna see all of the trash. And then in the bottom sections, this is really where I pack the calories in. You're gonna see me pull out things like gummies, or over here. Man, I'm gonna have to stop and snack for a minute. Just some more quick energy snacks that I had. So that was everything on the harness of this. You may be asking, what about phone? My phone was riding right here in this bottom pocket. So you've got the pass-through pocket right here, which I'll show you. And I didn't have anything in there yesterday, but you can see pass-through. And then you've got a separate mesh in here that's a zippered mesh, and that's where I had my cell phone. So on the side of the pack, last thing on the exterior, I did have a 1 liter platypus flask here, and that was just to give me a little bit of extra capacity, and it's what I was using to filter dirty water with. So, okay, coming over the top here, it's my sit pad, 1/8 inch foam pad. It's what I'm gonna use underneath my pad inside of my tent, my air inflatable pad. So just a really usable piece. And then coming in the top. Again, I like to pack this in a way that if I was gonna need something, the most likely things I'm gonna need are gonna be at the top of this bag. So, number one, you're gonna find my cook system. That's an alcohol cook system. I've got my emergency bag right here. So it's like my first aid kit and sewing kit and things like that I like to take on trail with me. And then I've got in this upper zippered pocket, I've got my headlamp, so I know right where that is. And then I also had my car keys right here. So that headlamp, that's a Nightcore NU25 headlamp. I've really liked that piece. And if you remember, stay tuned. Might have some exciting things coming your way. Okay, so the other big thing that's right here at the top of my pack. I'm gonna unclip this, it's flinging around too crazy. This right here is how I like to pack my clothing. So this is all of the clothes that I took for the trail. And this was what I would say is a quite adequate setup. I didn't skimp here. You know, I have a rain jacket, but I still chose to bring a Nebo windbreaker. So I did that because running especially, the windbreakers are just phenomenal, right? If it's super cold and windy up on a peak, you can throw the windbreaker on and keep running without just overheating and sweating too much. I have some lightweight fleece gloves, and I kind of kept those together because usually if I need one of those, I need the other. Then I've got a Vario jacket. So this is rolled into its own hood here. That's my puffy, mid-layer insulation for when I get to camp. And then I'm really getting into sleeping clothes. So this is a Tern hoodie. I like to sleep in the Tern. It is by far my favorite piece to sleep in. I've got a spare pair of socks to sleep in. All right, and the last piece of clothing that I have in here is the Skyline thermal leggings. This is a brand new release from us. These things are way awesome. They're gonna weigh about as much as a pair of boxers that you might already be taking, so leave your extra pair of boxers at home, take these, sleep in these. They're gonna be way warmer and way more comfortable. They've got a vent in the gusset right there, in the crotch gusset right there. Just incredibly light at sub 4 ounces and incredibly comfortable. We'll drop a link to that down in the description below. Okay, and the last thing in this dry bag here is a pillow. You'll notice this is a slightly different pillow as well. This is a newer pillow coming out from us, so there's your sneak peek. Stay tuned, it's coming in the near future. Okay, let me dive into essentially what's left is the sleep system. So moving that aside. An Oblivion pad from Outdoor Vitals. A 1-person 40th tent. And last but not least, a 15-degree top quilt. That's my sleep system right there, and that's it. This pack is empty. So you might be looking at all of this gear and be thinking, what's different from what you'd use ultralight backpacking? And that's the beauty of it. There's not a lot of difference here. Maybe there's some difference in some of the clothing pieces I take. Maybe I take a hair less clothing. But for the most part, my kit is almost identical, whether I'm fast packing or ultralight backpacking, which is super nice because then you can have one kit to do a variety of different types of adventures, and you can stay comfortable in any one of these and build confidence in your gear as a whole. And it's pretty impressive what you can do, I guess, when you slowly pare down your items and get to that ultralight weight. So now it's time to weigh it to show you exactly how much weight I was carrying on this Fastpack. 11.9 pounds. Again, that's with the bottles in it, but with no water or fluid, and some residual food that you saw as I was pulling the pack apart. So pretty dang light, sitting around, I'd say, let's just call it 11 and change as a dry weight before food and water. By the way, if you want to get this fast pack right here, the Skyline 30 fast pack, which I firmly believe is the best fast pack on the market, you can find that at outdoorvitals.com or in the links down in the description below. Make sure to subscribe, give us a thumbs up if you like this video, and we'll see you guys out on the trail.